Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here at the Artist's Corner, where your friendly neighborhood illustrator Mr. Dave Joyner brings you, highly educational, high quality tutorials on a regular basis. Now I'm hoping everybody can see this. It's going to be a little difficult today because, as you can see, I'm moving my camera, but to get this illustration in, it's really quite a big one. I don't normally do big ones, but today we're doing a biggie. So we're going to go ahead and start in here on the water. We're going to start in right up here. I thought you guys might enjoy understanding a little bit about water. Excuse me, man. So, okay, and I'm hoping that you guys can see this, but we are zooming in here. And we are coming in with a lovely set of Prismacolor pencils, which were given to me by my very good friend Dee. And shout out to you, Dee. Thank you. Now, we're going to come in here with our Prismacolor. What we're doing, I want you to imagine we've got a wave. But we're going to imagine that the wave that we're trying to illustrate is actually, there's a low, and then there's an up, and there's a low, and there's an up. And so here's the ups, here's the lows, here's the ups, here's the lows. And we're going to continue this effect. So over here, oh, that's a purple. We don't want purple, do we? We do not. Let's see if I can get some of that off the page. I might be able to. Alright. Got to pay attention to what we're doing here. And now we're going to come in here again. So we are attempting to come in here. I'm going to choke back on the pencil again so I'm not in the way of the illustration, but you'll have to forgive me because I don't have a very sharp tip on this pencil, as I usually don't. And I am trying to keep my lines soft, but you will see we're gonna see. I'm leaving these ups and downs, and we're getting further away. And as I've said before, as we get further away, it's going to get lighter. But the truth is that we're going to achieve that effect by making it much darker up here. This is about as dark as it will be. I'm not sure if I want it to be that dark. This is a testing area to decide. I don't know if you could even see that. Yep, you can. Okay, so now that we have come in with our first set of color, we're actually going to get out our trusty Pentel 0.5 millimeter pencil. We're going to come in here now and start defining these individual waves. So just imagine that each of these little bits of color is a shadow, either defining the edge of, so like there's a wave there, but here's a wave here. And you just want to remember that you want to have a lull, and you want to have it's like a dip, and then you want to have it come up. So there's a lull, and there's a dip up. There's another one. You can make them big, you can make them small, but to be honest, you want to kind of connect them so that it gives that illusion of this being the down and then this being the up. I don't know if that makes sense or not. So we're sort of making this effect where is represented by these little itty bitty bits of color, but the up and down is actually represented by the white and then the blue, and then the white and then the blue. Sort of like a flag. So as you can see, we are defining these little bits of wave. We're going to define the very slightest waves as well. It'll just make it easier to come in later and make these much darker. But and as we get closer, they will get larger and larger. These are far away, and the ones down here on the page are much closer. You can't even see them, but they're there. As you can see, we've got the same down here as up there. Maybe I'll leave the camera like that so you can see the differences. But we're going to go ahead and bring this, and we're going to graduate it all the way up to here now. So I'm just defining, and I hope that you guys can find this useful in your illustration. A lot of people have so much trouble trying to understand how to do water. They just don't understand. It's you're trying to control the water, and really, just like real water, this is a very fluid kind of experience. See, I'm just going over the colored zones so I can find my, and we're gonna, some here, and we're gonna get around these rocks, so we're gonna make sure to kind of like that. I want some white around there so they can, you don't want your values to mix together too much. Okay, so you can see we are moving right along. Okay, now we are back again, and I've changed the angle again so you can really see how the only thing I'm doing is defining the area around in the shadowed zone as we're going up the coast. This would be the coast, and I guess the coast. So we're gonna, where is me? Okay, right about here. Okay, I'm gonna come in here and finish this up for you. And again, I want to thank you guys very, very much for supporting me in my television little podcast here that I'm doing. And every once in a while, I'm going to come back in here where I feel that I already know that I want to put some more color. And so I'm coming in here with the color, and we're breaking it up as we run along the edge, but I will be darkening up this edge considerably. So we're gonna just come in here, and as I was saying, I want to thank you guys for supporting me creatively, and I want to thank you for supporting me with these wonderful tools, both the paper and with the colors that I just recently received. Came from two separate very good friends, and I want to thank you guys, and I pray that you guys out there can get some educational tutoring out of this particular episode. And I'm gonna come right here, and we're basically just following, we're outlining the shadows, remembering what I had said, that this is sort of the high point, and then the blued in area is the lower point. I don't know if you can see the shadow in here, but I'm just outlining them. And you want to take your time. You don't want to speed through this process. You need to think about what you're doing. You need to take your time and really make each of those an individual masterpiece. Each little divot in the shadow of the reflection, because that's really what we're doing here. All right, we are at 8 minutes 24 seconds, and we're getting there. In some of these tutorials, you might find that I've done water differently than this, but pretty much this is my little coup de grace. This is the way I do the thing. This is my technique I've sort of used over a long period of time to accomplish a water look, and so it's it's worked for me. If you guys if you guys do anything like this, please make sure to post pictures of your stuff. I want to see if this is helpful to anybody in the realm of understanding how to do shadows on water. All right. I want to thank you for joining me here at the Artist Corner, where your friendly neighborhood Mr. Dave Joyner tries to bring you clever and useful drawing tutorials on a regular basis. And we will be back again later on tomorrow for another fine installment here at the Artist Corner. Thank you. Bye-bye.